Okay, so it's 10 o'clock. Fantastic. Jom kita tunggu mungkin another 4-5 minutes for folks who just got our message and they want to come and join us in our conversation today. Really excited to be here. How are you ladies this morning?
Alhamdulillah, yes. Good.
Alhamdulillah. I personally excited to be with both of you.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah, something to learn. I think the last time that we really have the conversation masa taking these the certification and all that kan. Then after that kita pun masing-masing sibuk looking into things, developing certain things that actually we go and meet new people, of course. Yeah,
betul.
A lot of new people around. I think pandemic really helped, really opened my perspective into new things lah. Yeah, new things, because I met new people online. Before this, everything is not online kan, semua kalau boleh dulu semua nak jumpa. So I think by having a good thing about pandemic ni, kita banyak belajar benda baru, kita pun jumpa ramai orang baru.
Ramai. I think we have been going on virtual with you ladies for the past 1 year. We haven't actually physically met.
Actually, not even 1 year tau. We connected, I think last year in December.
Oh ya.
December.
Belum lagi, tak sempat pun nak have a birthday lagi.
Tak sempat.
Yalah kan? Betul. Out of that rocky boat, rocky ship, here we are.
Yeah, I guess kan, but the good thing about meeting you ladies and other ladies is we saw new things out there. You also actually can see what things, because conversation is I kena tweet sikit what Shirin selalu cakap lah. Conversation is all about conversation. Yeah, conversation allow you to see a bigger picture. Conversation allow you to look into specific things that you never put attention before. Mungkin benda tu dah ada dah kat depan mata, tapi because we do not communicate, we do not talk about it, so kita tak nampak. So attended because from our conversation, our what we call it conversation can be so many conversation kan, sharing kan. Conversation can be gossip, conversation can be yang tak ada makna, but conversation that with the right people, with the right communication that ping pong between us, it actually allow us to get better pictures.
Yeah,
full kan?
Full conversations.
Yeah.
Okay. We are already having our casual chat. Let me just introduce Shirin. Sister Shirin, you are the wordsmith. I understand that you graduated from the School of Journalism in Missouri, Columbia, US, and you have your own boutique editorial consulting firm. I mean, I'm so amazed. When we first knew each other, it was like everybody is coming from a different background, diverse background. I'm so like, wow. And you are also a coach, the word coach. Care to share a little about yourself?
Oh, mashallah, thank you so much, Sis Nazrin. Amazing introduction. Yes, I spent a good time of my life writing. I rasa bila my mum keluarkan I beranak, dia kasi I pencil kot. Because dia kasi I pencil, kasi I buku semua. So I have always enjoyed writing. I've always enjoyed reading. When I grew up, my mum cakap, when you want to grow up jadi doktor tak? I kata, no, I want to be writer. Tanya when you grow up to be engineer tak? I want to be writer. So umur hidup I kata I jadi writer. But the first few years of my life I nak jadi Wonder Woman lah. But
I pun nak tanya, biasa orang nak jadi Wonder Woman, Ultraman.
I nak jadi Wonder Woman. For a very time I wanted to be a Wonder Woman, and then lepas tu I decided that I think to save the world, maybe I can focus on my writing lah. In the words. So yes, I ended up at the School of Journalism in University of Missouri, Columbia. I stayed there about 2.5 years to do my degree, and I came back with a Bachelor's of Journalism. And when I came back with journalism, tak ada orang kenal BJ tu benda. Orang kata BSc, BA kan, dia kata BJ. So nobody tak tahu apa BJ. after a few years of working, I decided that, maybe it wasn't for me. Yeah, I'm sure for some people, employment is an amazing thing, but it wasn't a great experience for me. And I decided to actually stay at home. I had children, I raised my kids, and in between that, I freelance. And then progressively, people started to say that, Shiri, you may want to consider a business. And so Business Empire was born about 8 years ago. And I've never really looked back. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me, and I'm sure we'll be able to do a bit more sharing and see how else we can, kutil lah each other tu. Kadang-kadang kita dah banyak pengalaman, tapi kita tak nak cerita, tak teringat kan. So maybe, in between we can, kutil lah, Sis Emilia, Sis Nazri, kita cungkis sikit cerita, and maybe our stories can support our viewers today, insyaAllah. And so, I kan sebenarnya kan Sis Nazrin, I lama nak berkenalan dengan Sis Emilia, tahu dia hebat kan. Nampak dia dekat conferences, nampak kat workshop, kita shy cat nak tegur dia. So I was so happy. Tiba-tiba jumpa dekat Muslim women coaching. Terus lah, terus bernetworking, and alhamdulillah hari ni kita bersembang kat sini. So I just want to quickly introduce. I know, Sis Emilia, you have an amazing story to share. So maybe in the process of us talking today, you can talk about where you started and how you brought yourself to where you are today. And today, you are the founder. Ada 2 company dahsyat ni, sister kita. She's the founder and managing director of 2 very amazing businesses. One is Q3 Management Solutions dan yang Berhad. Yang kat sini I rasa you really leverage on your experience, and now you're looking at a lot of business management solutions, and juga you also, I'm sure it's because of the situation we're in right now, you quickly pivoted and found an amazing way to support people out there with your epharmacy.com.my. Maybe you want to share a little bit about who you are and how you came to decide to hold two businesses. Kita satu dia pun cukup cungak. And then you're having 2. Do share.
Hi, thank you. A little bit about that lah kan. Why 2 businesses? I think since young I always want to do things. I can't stick to one thing, stick to one thing. Tu masalahnya bila orang tak boleh nak duduk kat satu tempat ni. Ada je benda nak buat kan. When tak ada benda ni, kita buat benda lain. Tak ada benda ni, kita buat benda lain. And I guess because I started very early, somehow it's not about early as kita masa kecil pun, masa sekolah pun kita dah bekerja. Jadi dah nampak dah ada experience orang kata nak selesai nak solve problem. Dia nak macam jadi PI lah kan, private investigator. Kita nak solve problem je kan. So bila you nampak satu benda dia jadi itchy. Tahu, ni masalah bila orang jadi itchy. So bila I've been in corporate for many years lah kan, kita macam biasa, I think bila kita start kerja, I started after SPM. So I actually completed my degree, my master while working. So I memang start dari maksudnya dari bawah. So bila start dari bawah, di initial orang kata aim goal tu, first kali memang cari duit lah. It's all about money. I think all of us started, kita pun sebenarnya cari duit kan. But bila kita dah start bekerja, kita masuk dari satu position, I pun Shirin, betul I lupa nak cakap, I pun ambil journalism juga. Tapi tak kesampaian. Itu cerita dia. Actually, okay, just track sikit belakang kan. I really want to be a lawyer. Okay. I want to be a lawyer, but because I could not go to university because of certain condition that my family is in kan, financial. Kejap lagi kita cakap pasal financial. Sis Nazrin boleh share kejap lagi. Because of that financial, I could not go to university. It's not easy kan. Tapi bila I dah bekerja selama beberapa tahun tu, I want to come back to university. Masa tu nak ambil law tak senang tau. Kalau nak ambil law kan nak kena habis 5 tahun ke 4 tahun, 5 tahun nak kena buat chambering lagi. Kita dah umur pun dah berapa kan. Takkanlah sampai jadi grandmother baru nak habis chambering, baru nak ni kan. So I cakap okay, kita kena switch. So lawyer, when we talk about ambil lawyer, nak jadi lawyer tu, dia banyak bercakap. Kan. Then after that, okay, bila you want to move forward, I say, okay, what is the the study that you can actually learn, and you can basically the opportunity for you to grow moving forward is slightly bigger. So I nampak masa tu media communication and journalism writing is something that mana-mana you pergi pun boleh hidup. I must conquer to what Shirin said. If you can communicate, if you actually have a basic in writing, you boleh hidup. So that's how I end up in Masscom. And true enough, after I graduate, sebab I bekerja kan, whatever skill that I have from whatever I learn, I can actually pivot that to something else. So when I decided, I've been in corporate for 23 years. So when I decided I nak keluar and do my business, all the skill yang kita belajar dulu, padahal because I'm not, I don't practice writing. I just being a HR, but whatever that I learn from marketing skill, semua tiba-tiba masuk balik dalam business. So what I think I can say that when whatever that you learn now, the people that you meet really actually help me, along the way, really help me to actually looking into what I want to do in life. So I started Q3 Management Solution with the intention to support company in streamlining or realigning their business so they can to ensure their sustainability. That is initial idea of that. But at the same time, because of my orang kata apa, habit ni yang tak boleh tengok ada apa tak boleh tengok ada opportunity, I must grab, right? And we eventually looking into, okay, what other business we can do. So I have several things that I do currently, and don't be surprised if I have more in the future. But talking about that, you cannot actually grow if you do not have awareness on your financial actually kan. Duit tu penting sebenarnya. Apa kita nak buat, walaupun kita nak berniaga nasi lemak kat depan rumah pun, it's important to understand where is our financial standing. And I'm so fortunate today to have Sis Nazrin dekat sini. So because I pun sebenarnya ada banyak soalan dekat you ni.
Oh my.
Nak belajar juga. Kita tak ada. Because kan first kali I kenal, masa I know you, kita tak tahu background kan. Kita just jumpa macam tu kan. Just kita cakap-cakap, we just talk like that. And after that when I thought, okay, very quiet lady. You seems very quiet, very nice. And then I found that actually you are the certified financial life coach, financial and then after that I tahu lagi, you've been in the financial industry, I think about like 25 years. I cakap, wow, senyap, nampak senyap, but you do not expect, this lady very powerful in money. And we know not many lady out there are powerful in their financial punya ability. Yang itu sebab because I'm also still learning when I actually do my business. But then after that I actually saw more deep in you. I can see with all this learning ability ataupun financial knowledge that you have, you started to help others. You start to help others in realizing dia punya financial ability, what they can do. That basically, I have interest on that, but I think, can you share with us what basically you do when you are helping others, Sis Nazrin?
Alhamdulillah, I was so overwhelmed with your intro about me. Biasa je sebenarnya, tak ada pun wow sangat.
Oh boy.
Biasa je. Been in the banking industry 25 years. Alhamdulillah, that's the place where I managed to, been given the privilege to see a lot of the do's and don'ts related to our daily lives when it comes to money, kan? So when we are doing it in a corporate world, basically it is your hands are tied according to the direction of the corporate. But I want something more. You can see there are certain things that you can fix within the entrepreneurs, within the personal, how to have a better financial standing. Kadang-kadang knowledge ni penting. Yes, money is important, cash is important, in and out, but you still need some form of knowledge so that you boleh ada bekalan. bekalan, you know, in the future, bekalan untuk sustain, bekalan untuk for you to do more towards whatever that you desire, your goals and all those. So kalau nak ikutkan, I left the corporate world and now I'm doing my own business. Kalau nak compare to you two ladies, I ni nak katakan setahun jagung pun tidak, pucuk tunas saja baru keluar. So I'm still exploring, I'm still widening up my scope, but the confidence insyaAllah is there. Kadang-kadang orang nampak macam kita ni gedah je buat bisnes, tapi sebenarnya dekat belakang mind tu there is a plan, especially some backup of, you know, finance and things like that, right? Kalau tak ada that planning, you main gedah je, macam mana kita nak visualize the stumbles yang kita ada kat depan kita, the blocks, you know, what kind of plan you nak prepare, plan A ke, plan B ke and move forward. Yang penting tu is kita nak move forward. So one of the key thing is finance, kita kena ada that knowledge and kena tahulah macam mana nak buat.
Yeah. Betul, insyaAllah. So hence the reason why we are here today. Actually, for the audiences, thank you so much. We have Fiza here today. We have Sis Annie. Hi Sis Annie. And we have Sis Fatima as well. As usual, multitasking, ya, buat macam-macam. So we are here today.
Sis Fatima, I see we need to mind. Let us say, what do you say?
Our language.
Language. We need to use
language. Yeah, so basically we are here today because our topic today is the entrepreneurial mindset in you. But a lot of people when they come and they see the word entrepreneurial too, they associate just to being a business owner. But we wanted to share today, especially because we're in a situation where there's a lot of uncertainty. People are moving from one place to another, one space to another space. Kita punya social status pun bergerak-gerak, you know. There's a lot of movement happening in our lives, and yet some people are doing so well. You know, some people are thriving and doing so well, while others are really challenged and do not know, you know, where do I go next? Who do I talk to? Semua kan? So we thought, you know, Sis Amelia, Sis Nazrin, and myself, we all came from the background of the International Muslim Women Coaching Academy. So we were sitting down, we were having some conversation, and we thought, you know, maybe we should do some sharing. And it's really entrepreneurial mindset too, is actually being more resourceful. Yeah, knowing how to ask the right questions and knowing where to go to get support. It's not about buat sorang-sorang redah. You know, it's also about saying that angkat tangan, hello, I need help. And but bila angkat hello, I need help, tu bukan bermaksud tunggu, don't wait here and get help. You have to go and get the help that you're looking for. So this is a conversation we want to do today, but we're very focused on the basic, which is the finances, because everybody is talking about money. You know, we have a lot of white flag happening. We have a lot, you know, raising funds happening. So let's see how we can begin at the beginning. Yes, Sis Nazrin, Sis Emilia, with all your experiences. Yeah, how can we help? So everybody out there who's listening on Sis Nazrin's personal Facebook, Sis Emilia's Facebook, and on Peaches and Pen. If there's any questions you have to ask, go ahead and ask. We are more happy to just share with our experience. We will not be the expert or the know it all, but we have experiences and we really want to share with you what it takes here for us to just take the first step. And what does it mean by the entrepreneur mindset? Yeah? So Sis Nazrin, maybe a bit of conversation about, you know, where do we begin? Yeah? Like macam mana kita nak mulakan bila kita macam tiba-tiba stuck dan kita ada all this money concerns.
I think first thing is you need to know your in and out, money in and money out. Kalau you tak tahu, bukan setakat maksud tak tahu as in you don't see the transactions. Understand the ins and the outs. Ins tu basically income lah, masuk dalam poket kita kan. Yang out tu kira duit, the physical cash tu keluar. So yang kalau kita dah faham in dengan out ni, the especially the out, cuba tengok hutang ke, unnecessary spending ke, spending yang rapu-rapu kan, yang tak penting kan. So you kena faham, catat, journalize it, record, monitor every day. Kadang-kadang expenses tu tak datang daily, weekly, dia datang tiba-tiba 2 bulan sekali kan. So bila kita dah nampak, dah tahu, then senang kita nak kemaskan. You know, you try to eliminate those debts, you know, hutang. Because hutang ni is not good. It's going to eat up you punya cash flow. Sebab atas hutang tu, especially the banking side, you dah ada interest, you know, you dah ada profit on top of it that you pay out, right? Settlekan the debts, cut down you punya unnecessary expenses, unnecessary spending. Kadang-kadang kita ni, ialah perempuan kan, I also, you know, lady, right, terjebak juga. Tengok katalog, Lazada, Shopee, nice to have.
Seton.
But try and practice that habit of, yelah kita window shopping kan, nak keluar shopping tak ada, kita window shopping kat katalog. Try and, you nak scroll, you nak put inside your shopping cart, letaklah. Tapi jangan klik transact tu dulu. Biar dia kat situ.
Macam familiar je bunyi tu.
Practical. Leave it there for say maybe a week, 2 weeks. When you revisit, then you realize certain things, it's not really what you want. That feeling has gone. There you can actually save your unnecessary spending kan. So that's one of the tips. You can actually work on it bit by bit, right?
Sis Ashrin, fantastic tips. You know, one of the things that I learned that really supported me in my finances. Maybe Sis Emilia, this is what you call like kita ada strategi, tapi kadang-kadang kita dah ada ni, kita tak bergerak. Tahu satu, buat satu lagi. So so macam one of the things that I learned masa I pergi one of the programs called the Millionaire Mind Intention ke apa ke MMI dia kata. This was done by Success Resources dulu ya. So I pergi and then tak tahulah aku belajar apa kat situ. Tapi what I brought out of it was the JAR system. And I have been practicing this JAR system for a very long time now. Sis Nazrin cakap kan, kita kena look at your in and outs. Tapi kita in and out tu mana? Kan? And so the JAR system tu ajar I put aside duit you, a percentage for investment. Put aside duit you untuk self-development, education ya. Sebab kita kena sentiasa bergerak. And then knowing that this JAR ni once you put, tak ada pegang. Ya, lepas tu kita ada all the necessities where all our money is being done. So ni satu dah tahu. Tapi guess what happened to me? Nak buat tu.
Betul.
Nak buat tu. Orang telefon kita, have you started your JAR system? I kata kan. Betul. Itu kan.
Kita frame dulu.
So maybe Sis Emilia, you know, you're such an expert in doing a lot of management, a lot of planning semua kan. Kalau kita keadaan sekarang ni ramai kita macam duit ni tak masuk ni, tapi duit dok keluar ni kan. What can we do to strategize ourselves in such a way that there is a way that with apa yang ada tu kita boleh stretch, and while we're stretching tu maybe kita boleh strategize kat mana nak cari jalan penyelesaian untuk put in a little more sedikit demi sedikit ya. Mungkin Sis Emilia boleh bantu kita.
Yalah, kita mungkin when we talk about taking doing either ourselves even though let's say if we decided to do business for example, or even though let's say now we are in the middle of getting retrenched out from the company. Let's say, right? This is something that sometimes when we do business, two things people do business, I personally I feel. Number one, because they really want to do business. Number two, because that is the only option, because there is no job out there. Right, so people would jump to entrepreneurship. Or in fact, if let's say why people stay in their job, you know, because of come back to money lah. Can ask this woman money story. Sorry, but I agree what Sis Nazrin cakap just now, right? In order for us to be able to actually take action, first you need to know where your financial standing. So when I started my business, the first thing when I actually put down the letter, because I tak pernah buka business, I never had business, not even jual tudung before, right? So I do not have this experience. But when the moment I decided to actually run the business, I said, okay, I need to look into my expenses, so what is whatever that loan I need to settle and all that. Then the next thing that I do, then I start to plan, okay, what this is for, what is this for, because so once actually I solve my financial issue, that's when all these strategic, what I want to do, what I want to do, right? So the second thing that I did when after I solved that financial, I can see clearer pictures. I assess my willingness. I assess to my own willingness. So ini self-motivation. If I want to do this, right? Can I let go this? We cannot say, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this, but benda tu stick kat situ je. First kali, I assess to myself first. Can I do this? I take example what Sis Nazrin cakap just now. I just put the thing in the cart. I don't click buy, and I take I take the time to assess my, is it necessary? Is it important to do this and all that? Now, then once actually I assess why I need this thing. For example, why I need to purchase this thing, or why I need to do the business, or even though why I need to start this. When I first left, the first thing that I do, first 2 years I don't have income. To tell frankly, it's not easy to build business, right? And furthermore, if you are not coming from a business family or business background, you know nuts. So first 2 years you do not have that, but of course the consistency in actually doing business. I see a lot of people say, okay, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, but the consistency is not there. First, to assess our willingness. Once we agree on what we want to do, we will stick to why. Why we do this? We need to stick to why. I want to do this because of this. I want to do this because of this. I want to take this role in the organization because I want to help others, for example. So we took that role, manager role, for example. But we must stick. Whatever challenges come along the way, because I never see things that actually we do in life without challenges. There is no smooth journey lah, senang cerita. Either you in corporate, either you in business, sama je kan. So once actually you decided to be a leader, for example, right? Because when I'm in corporate, I decided to be leader. And of course, being leader, people don't like you. I wish I can actually take that handbrake and go back because I want people to like me. Right? But I already have stick to the stick to my why I want to lead this department, for example, because I know that I can bring something to the table. So whatever challenges come, I need to actually manage that. So I work through that barrier. And barrier, tell me, I think barrier is not only the workload, barrier with the people perception, barrier, financial barrier, things that you start losing friends. There's so many barrier that when we actually want to move to a certain thing, if we do not have strong, strong, we call it passion, courage and all that, kita akan senang tarik back handbrake, okay lah, balik kerja. And how many of us basically we decided want to become entrepreneur atau become business person, kita pergi 3 months, then after that we tarik handbrake and we come back. Or we start to actually, okay, I want to sell this, let's say I want to become a cosmetic, kita keluar lipstick ke apa, lepas 2 bulan orang tak beli, kita tarik balik because we do not have that courage, we do not stick to our why. And I think taking action is one of the important things, but to take action is not easy. I can tell it's not easy. Sometimes you need people, you need support from the right people to actually help you. Not support, it mean they drive your business, bukan. Sometimes when we want to do something in life, certain we have a lot of negativity lah senang cerita. Yeah, in life we have so many people tell you cannot do. I'm sure Shirin also have the same thing, right? Cannot do. Masuk macam ni, oh cannot lah. You do this, no, people don't do like this lah. And because we surrounded sometimes with this type of environment, that make us cannot actually excel in what we want because people keep telling you cannot do. Same goes like me when I want to actually go back to university. Some of my family relatives say, why? You dah kerja kot, apa susah? When I want to actually move to business, the same thing. Say, why? You dah stable, why? So it's always about people have this. But when come to you know the apa tu, your internal, your strength, si Sherin. I know this is what your your expertise kan. You always actually support people in actually drive their passion, drive their you know their drive their why. You know, to drive internally, because taking action need that. If you do not have that courage, if you do not have that free mindset, you cannot even take action. Not even go there. So how or what do you thought on this?
Yeah, so fantastic sharing. You know, satu benda yang what I'm listening when we're talking about this entrepreneurial mindset kan, and we're talking about finances. We started with finances. We're talking about finances sekarang. The focus is finances kan. Tapi the words that you use I'm a wordsmith lah dengar words lah kan. So the first thing kan is you talk about assessing the situation. Can I do this? Yeah, am I willing to do this? So it is memang ideal. We talk about going out there and facing challenges. If you are going to do apa-apa pun, you need to always be sure that there's a right offer supporting you somewhere. Now I've learned everywhere. I'm sure Sis Nazrin can vouch for this. You know, you must have at least 12 to 24 months in your coffer if anything to happen to you kan. Apa kita kena mesti ada macam somewhere. But some people may not have that knowledge. Mrs. Najib can advise us later. What can we do if we don't have that knowledge? What to do when we are caught in a situation like today? Another thing about being entrepreneurial is to be consistent. If you already decided this is what we want to do, we have to be consistent. But you will say that you have to be clear on the role that you want to play and consequences upfront. You cannot tahu if you're going to take up this role. You know, this is what entrepreneurial mindset means. Is asking yourself, you know, if I were to do this, how much courage do I have? How much strength do I have? Am I willing to accept the challenges that comes with it? You know, kau tengok orang bisnes bestnya, ada kereta besar. Cuba tanya dia macam mana dia dapat kereta besar tu. Semalam ke dia kerja atas 10 tahun baru dapat kereta besar tu. It takes a while. There's a lot of the processes that people don't see. And this is actually where we want to talk about how we all started, and it really, the entrepreneur mindset tu is really in you, and what are you willing to do with it. Dia apa you punya situation tu is very unique to you, but you need to step back and assess what is your willingness. And most importantly I love Sis Emerging sharing you need to get support. Tapi support ni bukan Tom Dick and Harry support. We need to find the right 6 people who is committed to your success as much as you are committed to their success. Kita cari orang ni. And so that we can run together semua So what I do, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
So what I do is whenever we talk, you know, Sis Amelia, kita kena cari kita punya perhubungan dengan the situation that we're in. If I am in a sticky situation, what is my relationship with this sticky situation? You know, what did I do to get myself here? Kan? Ataupun duit I selalu tak ada. You know, masuk 5,000 keluar 6,000. Masuk 3,000 keluar 10,000. You know, and this is actually really your relationship with money, your stickiness relationship with your money. Kenapa duit tu tak stick dengan kita? You know, what is our relationship? So really when we have this conversation, you know, after kita dah ada ilmu, kita dah plan strategi, tapi tak gerak-gerak ni kenapa? So it's really the relationship you have with yourself in regards to the decisions that you make. So it's important to go and learn. Sis Nazrin, kita nak cari duit ni, kena belajar. Cari expert macam Sis Nazrin, macam mana nak buat duit ni. Lepas tu dah belajar macam mana nak buat duit ni. Dan lepas belajar kat Sis Nazrin pula, saya belajar Sis Amelia macam mana nak execute duit ni. Macam mana nak make the money work for me. How does this work, you know? You gotta go learn. Because nak tahu satu. And lepas tu kena check lah, mungkin lah, you know, if you want to really figure out why am I not moving, then maybe have a conversation with me. There's all of us here really this session we're holding kan, kita nak support kan for our friends out there yang sekarang ni mungkin tak sempat nak plan, Sis Nazrin, tak sempat nak plan kan, and now I am here and I don't know how to move forward. My pocket ni makin lama berlubang. What can we do? How can we support Sis Nazrin?
Well, okay. This I love when both of you ladies, the way you have put your sharing forward, I realized there's a lot of questions, the whys, how you're going to do this, how you're going to do that. And one key word is actually the accountability partner. Accountability partner. You yourself, with your money, you know what you want to do. You know where you want to achieve. You know what you want to have in life. How long, you want to take for you to get whatever that you want to get. But bila you ada accountability partner yang akan question you, because you put forward a lot of questions, that questions tu dia macam trigger some thinking thoughts, like cukup ke kalau I simpan bekalan 12 months, cukup ke I simpan bekalan cash for 24 months survival. What if there is this block, what if that is, we have that kind of block. And when you have an accountability partner, another person that who sat together with you, hand hold together dengan you, akan tanya, bukan ke you kata you nak achieve that amount, what are you going to do with this block, with this obstacle? What is your plan? How you want to overcome it? Dia macam buat you balik be on track. Because kita ni manusia, nafsu kita, nawa itu kita kadang-kadang menyimpang juga ke kiri ke kanan kan. So when we are in this kind of situation, it's good to have, I call it the accountability partner. It's a very strong word that will actually together with you make sure that whatever that you want to achieve, your financial goals, desires are actually met the best that you can, by putting in a lot of efforts. So that's how I look at it, Shirin.
Ya, betul. Kita kena ada apa orang kata, take up the responsibility, to find the right people who will support you and give you the tough questions, you need people to, you want them to be nice and kind, but not enable you in a situation where you cannot move forward, like siang kat hang kan. Lepas tu kita enable dia duduk kat situ. Tak, kita nak orang kata, I feel very bad for you. This is really tough. So what's next for you, huh? What do you want to do next, You kena tengok sikit, We have this really amazing question, Fiza Ismail. Dia ada 2 soalan. I go up. How best to set an organisation, partnership or sole proprietorship? That was the first question. The second question is, which one comes first? Setting up a business or brand your business? Siapa nak ambil soalan ni?
The first question tadi?
How best to set an organisation, partnership or sole proprietor? Dia tanya lah, kalau kita nak buka business, dia nak start sole proprietor ke, dia nak start dengan partnership. Lepas tu dia tanya, when dia nak mula, nak set up business dulu ke nak branding dulu?
Okay. Good question. I think I take this, and after that the sister can jump in. This is my opinion. So what kind of business I need to start? So proprietor ataupun partnership, depending on the offering that you have. There's so many offering. Either you offer services, you offer product, and also depending how you want to scale up the business. How you look at. Some people, they just want to start the business. I want to test the water. Test the water. So and I haven't find a right partner for me, but I want to start something. Right? I want to start something. Okay, if you want to start something and you're not sure what you want to do, but at the same time you do not just stumble the business like that, you can start your own sole proprietor. But you must actually have plan. Plan, it means what kind of plan? Okay, until what a certain amount number, or until what to how duration, when you're going to actually stop this. Because without plan, you akan forever lah. That's why you sometimes you see people starting their business enterprise 20 years down the road, they still actually having the enterprise in it, because they just go with the flow. Kan, it's tak salah actually to do enterprise, if you ask me personally. Even though when I started this business, I don't have enterprise, I straight away registered Sdn Bhd. So that is a different issue, because the way that I see things, okay, I know this going to work. Wah, confident level tinggi kan. Confident level tinggi, kita straight terus do. Okay, number 2, when come to partnership, I think that's a second one of the part of the question. Okay, when to start partnership? When you know your partner, okay, when we talking about partnership is about complementing each other, right? Partnership is about trusting each other, and partnership is about working together to aim the goal. Until you get someone who really can support you in driving those goal towards towards that partnership, maybe can be looking into a different different view. Because I've seen so many startup, if let's say the question, they actually start up with partnership, but they end up actually break in between because they do not learn the trade how to actually have that. So if you have partner, doesn't matter either that partner is external or that partner is actually within the within family. Yeah, business does not discount family outside, and come to business is business, right? I do not start the business with my family because I believe that I want to bring this company far. But either two tak salah, but you must have plan, but how to drive that plan, you must draft that plan. The plan cannot be, Shirin will know this, the plan is not stick here. I always say plan, tulis, right? So like you must write, and you must have you have to have measurement for your plan. You have to have you have to have end date. You have to have everything before you even take action. If you say never mind, I have plan in my head, but I take action accordingly, you are not taking action. That what we call you just go with the flow.
Redah.
Okay, that's a word, redah. Okay, second question just now,
Second question tadi tanya kita nak buat business dulu ke kita buat branding dulu?
Alright. Okay, business dulu, branding dulu. Depending, ya. Business is what you sell. Branding is how you actually you brand your product or your services. Some people say I am doing branding before I start business. How for me, if you do not have plan, no point for you to do branding. I just branding, at the end of the day you don't have product, you don't have services, right? When I started my business, I actually registered Sdn Bhd. This is my experience, Sdn Bhd. I came out, I take about 18 months to build the brand. Yeah, of course there's a business along the way, but business kadang-kadang jarang-jarang lah. I need to be fair because we also learning, but the brand must be consistent. That's the words once again. Consistency must be, you must actually have consistency in actually promoting your brand. But to get that consistency, that's when your plan and your execution part come into place. And sometimes you need someone, let's say yourself or your planner or maybe someone in the organization to come together to you to make sure the consistency is there. I give you example like Facebook, LinkedIn, if you want to use that, right? How consistent you want to use that, and what kind of message that you want to give to the public on your branding. But you cannot have that if you do not have this, what we call it, strategy on doing that. Strategy is very important, and I think to get that consistency, kita once again lah, bila kita cakap consistency, you need all this inside. I think Shirin, you are very good in writing. You know how consistency work for your for in your business. Can you just share with us how actually you maintain that consistency?
Itu rajin satu. Rajin penting. Rajin kena penting. Tapi I just want to also add on to what Sis Amelia cakap tadi, ya. Untuk Sis siapa tadi, Fiza, ya. In all honesty, I tak tahu Sis Amelia, she started off, she has a plan. I don't know what I was doing. So kita ada, we have all kinds of people who jumps into business, and some came with a fantastic plan, and some was just like apa ada kita buat saja, yeah. So but as I learn, I have since in my business I've been doing a lot of, orang kata jatuh bangun, terlanggar, tersinggul, darah semua kan. So what I would put it to you, I'm not sure Fiza, maybe you are just starting your business or you're exploring, I'm not sure where you are currently in the space of business. The first thing is you need to know, do you have a market? Ada market tak untuk apa you nak buat ni? Kadang-kadang shock sendiri lah, shocknya terror semua nak buat ni kan, tapi tak ada orang nak beli then no point. You have a business, you have a brand, you have products, semua ni buka kedai, semua tak ada orang nak datang beli. So the first thing you may want to consider is to think about who's buying what I want to offer, whose problems am I solving. You want to ask that question dulu. And then lepas tu, once you have figured out who is your target market, you want to look at your finances and see where do I want to start first. I want to have a big picture macam saya kata I have this goal, tapi the goal tu kat mana? Takkan nak start kat sini dah macam tu kan? So kita kena plan satu, step 1, step 2, step 3 ya. Kita mengikut kemampuan kita dan resource yang kita ada. Based on that. And then lepas tu kita nak fikir after all that do I do it alone or do it in partnership? Is it necessary tak? So how do I know I need to do alone or in partnership? Is to look at your business model. Again, sis Fiza ya. Everything is about learning. You need to get the ilmu. Sebelum kita mula apa-apa, get the right necessary ilmu. Go find your teacher, your mentor, your coach, your guru, siapa yang that's relevant to your interest ya. You go and find who this person who can guide you and give you the bigger picture before you begin, so you can build that business model tu. It has to be relevant to you and relevant to the people that you want to serve, and you boleh like sis Amina kata, am I willing tak? Am I willing to do this? Kalau nanti dah jual lipstick tak jalan, reverse. Jual tudung tak jalan, reverse. Dan bila nak ke depan? Untuk reverse je. Kan? Sis Najib kat apa-apa kan?
Ya, I nak tambah sikit. Sis Shini, when you said, buat something reverse, buat something kita reverse, it triggers this thought in me, what exactly do you want to achieve bila you buat business sebenarnya? Is it you want to get income, or is it that you want to let's say contoh macam jual tudung kan, you punya real aim is more people actually cover up. Everybody's intention, everybody's goals are different. Some is purely dia memang nak income. So kan, bila kita ada that reverse tu kan, I think it's good to check back by questioning yourself exactly to that bottom line, what exactly do you want? From there, maybe you would realize that it could be a business plus something else. So that bila business you pun macam not really working, but you have that plus another activity to drive what you really, really want. So when you keep on asking yourself questions, I read somewhere, the mind resists commands. It responds to questions. So when you ask yourself questions, it will start thinking this, that, plan A, plan B. Oh no, I need this. Why? Because. So question yourself. Then from there, whatever that kita plan, dia lagi senang nak flow.
And that goes back to our topic today, which is the entrepreneurial mindset. Yeah. Entrepreneurial mindset apa kan? We want to drive this thing about entrepreneurial mindset. Sama ada you are employed, or you are doing business, or you are a student, or you are currently not sure you're in between jobs. What does it mean to have an entrepreneurial mindset? It just means that you need to be resourceful. Ask yourself the right questions, right? And then lepas tu, go find what you have right now available to you to move forward. Sama ada you kau tak ada duit, tak apa. Saya orang ada duit. Siapa yang ada duit sekarang yang boleh bantu kita. Jangan macam jam terus. Kan? And then lepas tu kalau tak ada idea buat business, pergi cari idea tu. Siapa yang ada idea? The business coach apa kan? Business consultant apa, they have a lot of ideas. Kalau susah-susah pun kita tengok what is available out there, copy cut and paste shamelessly orang kata. Macam best je business tu. And then learn, observe. So entrepreneur mindset tu dia bukan just if students as a student, how can I have an entrepreneur mindset? Is to ask the right questions. I don't know how to do my homework. What would an entrepreneur do? Dia akan tengok siapa pandai buat kerja macam ni. A real entrepreneur akan outsource. Jangan ajar anak kita buat macam tu nak. Tapi Tapi actually entrepreneurs ni kan, I don't know how to do this, they outsource.
Okay, come back when we talk about outsourcing, we talking about entrepreneurship. Okay, but for the discussion today, because we are not talking about business owner only, even though it sounds like entrepreneur mindset, right? We also talking when you is still under employment, because where I came before, so all of us, like 3 of us, even though before we jump to business, we also working for people.
Betul.
Now,
betul.
what make us today? So for the audience yang watching this, this program pagi ni, what the similarity among 3 of us before we start business, we are working for people as well, kan? And what make a different from us now and us before, because we have this entrepreneurial mindset way before that when we still working for people. So what I try to say, entrepreneurial mindset is not only when you want to jump to start the business. It's actually started when you in corporate, or when you still working for people. So what is one of the good trait of being an entrepreneur is actually when we try to solve problem. Same goes when we in the corporate, right? So when we the intention come back into what Nazrin, so what you want, right? The intention when we actually go to work every day, the question that we need to ask ourselves, today I actually go to my office or to do my work because of the salary, or I want to solve something, some problem, some issues. If let's say we go back into, okay, the reason why I work, today now why do I nak pergi kerja, because I want to solve some problem in the company, right? Inshallah you already built that entrepreneurial mindset, because you do, of course money will come later at the end of the month, but during the first until 30 years before we get the salary, our role in the organization, the entrepreneur the way of looking at it, what is the problem that I can solve today, kan? Same goes when we jump to our business. Kita akan tanya, what is the issue, problem that I can solve today, so at the end of the month we will get payment from the client. Then in corporate, when I'm working in the corporate, I do not stay, okay, compared to other peers that I have, because I go back to university a little bit later than other people, right? Other people go university, kita dah start kerja, right? So when actually I graduated, some of my peers just already, I think, graduated before me, because they start after SPM and I start later. But in terms of pace, movement pace, if we have like this idea of solving other people's problem, we will climb that corporate ladder faster. That is from my experience. Why? Because we keep solving other people's problem, and in order to solve the company's problem, we need to learn more, right? We learn more, we learn from the bosses better, because they will coach us, and after that when we become leader, we coach other people. So in other way, when we actually climb that corporate ladder, we learn from other people coach us, then after that we coach people, we pass back the knowledge to other. Kan kita cakap, kalau kita we acquire knowledge, we pass to other, we become more smarter. Why? Because actually we teach what we learn along the way. So same goes if you actually currently working, how to actually climb the corporate ladder. If you want to ask me, have this entrepreneurial mindset, not to have business, but it's actually how to solve others' problem, how to acquire more opportunity. Because when you sit in the office desk, you can, the moment you do your work, I can tell you, you have more better ideas than the owner of the company, because you are the one who do the work and at the office. That's how I see things lah.
So my mentor cakap apa tahu? Dia katakan, when you want to hire people, hire the smartest kid on the block, because the truth is business owners don't know anything, dia kata. So get the smartest kid on the block to solve the problem. Dia kata lah. But I have a good question here for Miss Tana. Dia kata, what advice do we have? What entrepreneurship advice can we give to those business owners or entrepreneurs who baru start their business, baru nak macam bermula and then just before they started, MCO hit, and now after 1 year in a survival mode, they plan to reverse. What kind of advice can we give to this kind of entrepreneurs? Because kesian kat dia, I heard some of our business owners juga dia lagi sebulan sebelum MCO tu dia buka branch. Zoom dia buka 10 branch. Retail was the greatest hit MCO habis, belum brush tu investment and everything, memang pening kepala, berpinar lah kan. Kita tengok pun kita macam kecut perut. Ya. So what about those yang baru nak banyak jinak, baru nak start, MCO hit, 1 year surviving, and now is thinking of going into reverse. What kind of advice can we think of and from our experience, what would that be?
Okay, nak katakan a lot of business experience tu tak ada, but I mean when put myself in that situation, I've been running, and now with MCO hit, I'm stuck. You know, it's like a dead end. It's like a block to my mind. Now, the thing that I would ask myself, is it really important for me to continue this type of business? You know, ultimately, what is it that you want? You want, again, you question yourself, ultimately, exactly what do you want? So if this business, this model, you can't run in this MCO time, what are the other models that can run? How can you tweak? How can you diversify a little? Question yourself. You know, we have a lot of questioning, you know, start with who, what, why, how, when, which. Apa lagi, and I didn't miss anything. So
who,
question
what,
yourself.
when, why, how.
So when you question yourself,
tak apa, boleh, betul.
You know, question. You, insyaAllah, you will find an answer. Sebab dalam mindset kita ni, we dah ada satu goal. When you have one goal, you visualize that goal in front of you, you question yourself, your mind will throw solutions towards that goal. So bila you question, it's actually widening up you punya options, models, plans, you know. To me, I started my business during MCO, you know. Yes, it is still very small, tak nak tak kebur, there's still a long way to go, but I'm still tweaking. I'm still tweaking here and there. Asalkan apa yang kita dah aim for, that nawaitu, that matlamat, kita capai. You know, insyaAllah.
It's definitely an inspiration for all of us. Time MCO semua orang nak jadi job, time MCO dia pergi design. So yeah, and she started an amazing business, and yes, it's very scary, it's very true. Yeah, so Tana, what I would consider, and maybe Sis Nazrin, you talking about finances. Kadang-kadang the orang satu jam kan, they cannot see forward because dah tak ada duit. Money is such a paralyzing tool. And this is something that I really want to talk about in our upcoming program. Emilia and Sis Nazrin, kita ada macam program kita nak buat. So one of the upcoming program kita nak buat is, kita nak faham apa ni duit ni. Duit ni apa sebenarnya? Kan? So a lot of people, bila tengok duit, dia tengok duit is the means to everything. To my sustainability, to my happiness, to my joy. You know, dia tengok duit tu macam tu. If you change your mindset kita, entrepreneurs kenapa dia courageous and dia boleh jadi tua tu, money ni is a tool for me to get where I want to go. Bukan tu je. Satu, one is a means, one is a tool. Lain tu. Kalau kita gunakan tu, macam kita boleh makan nasi dengan tangan, tapi kalau makan nasi dengan sudu, kemas sikit. So duit tu nak buat apa sebenarnya? So I would say, Sis Tana, if somebody is going into reverse, you know, we if it's something that is really triggering them and just is really not doing business, not supporting them, I think that may be something that you want to consider. But if that person is into perseverance and he really wants to do business and he really believes in his model, what are the options that he can get should he find a network? Find a network. Tadi kita kata the 6 people that will support you in the commitment to your success. Find the network. Find the right people to give you the right support, the right advice, the right moral support. Now, if it's a money is the situation, where can we go to be in good debt? That means orang yang bagi kita loan tu, bagi kita education juga, macam mana, how to manage the finances such a way that when I invest this money that I'm borrowing, it's actually creating returns. You know, I think some of the places macam, you know, you spend money, part of it goes into some kind of insurance or investment. You need to advise our people to get the right education and the right support, because there's a lot of access and opportunities out there, but no one is asking the right questions. Like Sis Nazrin kata, you need to ask questions. Dia bukan ask questions that drives us to negativity, tapi we ask questions that takes us a step forward. So you need to get that network, and you need to be bouncing off ideas. I know it's hard. Try to say tak, Sis Amelia, Sis Nazrin, it's really tough. Kita pun duk korek apa?
Yeah, from me lah, I think how to actually consider. You have to relook back into your model. I think I have to take back what Shirin said just now, right, Sis Shirin? It's all about model. What business your model? When we talk about business, if you already have model before you start, your business model. If let's say the pandemic happened like even the last year or this, that recur this year. Once you already have your plan, the model, you can tweak. The problem is if your model is here, you might not, because all your cluttered, the things that are cluttered, you cannot think, in a proper manner, because you do not put that in writing. You do not put your model in writing. This is a real experience last year when the pandemic happened. So most of the business lockdown, there's the one business came my own relative. Then I told the person, I said, okay, look into back what we have done before, what we can improve. It's not about tarik handbrake and reverse. Sometimes the business, you can still save the business. The only thing that you need to do to revisit your plan, asking those questions, right? If you can ask your question or get someone to actually to ask those questions, they're very important question, how to relook back into this business model. So what happened, just share a bit the story last year. I said, okay, this is the time that the business should be convert, convert to online. That's what last year, right? And there's so many companies basically after they revisit their model, and then they actually convert their business from the traditional way to online, whereby because that's very important. When you ask the right question, you know how to divert the business still the same. The only thing way doing business is different. So this one companies, then I say, okay, move to what you call it, to business, to online. The person said, okay lah, it's okay, we just wait until the COVID over, and we will start back into all this. Okay, as a person who actually of course I can't do much, sometimes you just can give some ideas, but if you do not want to move because of the stumble block in your mind, you cannot do much. So what happened is, then after that they allow the business to operate for a short time, remember? And everyone is happy. They start to open their shop and outlet, and bang, again, the case rising, and straight away close, and close the shop, sell off the business and all that. So one of a good trait of to doing, I think, if you in the business, not only to be able to craft or to create the system, but be able to be agile. And to be agile, you need, we call it you need a question. You need to ask yourself a few questions that in order for you to switch your business, your business model very fast. It's not about product. If you already know what is the product, can the product sellable, it just matter how you sell the product.
Betul. Sis, I rasa kan sometimes our business owners ni, dia takut to experience loss. Kita kadang-kadang kita kena fikir, we have to minimize our profit or experience a bit of loss to tweak our business. So katalah contoh I kata, okay, I will experience loss for the next 2 or 3 months, but I'm losing because I'm creating maybe awareness, or I'm going to bump up my branding punya conversation, or I'm going to go to the grassroots level and see how I can. So I am willing to experience loss for 2, 3, 4, 5 bulan, whatever lah. But I know on the 7th month tu, profit will start to come in. Kita kena boleh be okay tau, kena kental sikit lah ya. Yes, be agile, Sis Ramisa, betul-betul. So we have a very, very fantastic question. I love this question because I think this is so important. Sis Siti Rama Daniato, I rasakan memang hari ni kita ada sisters je dalam bilik ni. Brothers tak nak masuk. So sister Sister Siti Rama Daniato ni, dia kata, what will be the best approach to instill entrepreneurial mindset to students? I'm just going to clarify, Sis Siti, kalau sempat, if you're still there. Are you talking about primary school students? Are we talking about secondary students? Or are we talking about college going students? Mindset dia berbeza-beza ni. I would love to talk to you about how I started my kids ya. Yang lihat-lihat semua ni sebab our children are all very privileged. Dia minta dapat. Dulu kita minta kena buat macam-macam dulu kan. Kena masak dulu, kena mengemas dulu, buat homework dulu, apa bagai baru dapat. Sekarang ni budak-budak minta dapat. So you're very privileged. So I will share with you how I undergraduates. Kak Siti kata in undergraduates, okay? Anybody wants to take this up?
I think you are the best. You go ahead, Shirin.
Okay. Boleh insyaAllah. I'm sure Sis Amira pun terror. Don't like that lah. Don't shy cat like that. Tapi undergraduates ni dia, I rasa lah, it is a process that begins, I feel, daripada peringkat sekolah sebenarnya. Sebab really kita punya cabaran ya, so this is only a bit of the entrepreneurial mindset tu. Cabaran dia bermula dengan cara kita mendidik anak-anak kita. Now fair to say tak, dekat sekolah kita punya cara kita mengajar ya, right wrong, good bad, you know, this is the way, my way or the highway. So anak I pernah cakap kan, I answer soalan, cikgu kata this is the correct soalan, dia kata, because dia buat open ended question kan, tapi jawapan dia tak ada dalam skema jawapan. So bila tak ada skema jawapan jadi salah.
Cikgu tu tak ajar.
Tak. Cikgu tu kata ini jawapan ni betul. Tapi jawapan ni tak ada dalam skema jawapan. Because of that, no points for it. I macam jam dengar. You know, so I kata, so anak I yang belajar, cara dia belajar, the system says it's wrong. So Sis Siti Ramadhaniatun ya, I would go back to the way we are delivering our content to our students. So I'm guessing you're asking us these questions because you are dealing with undergraduates. So I will share with you what I did when I was teaching dekat Tedes College. I memang went against the grain. Tiap-tiap hari kena panggil masuk Dean jumpa. Tiap-tiap hari Dean panggil I jumpa sebab I'm always doing something different. But what I did was I asked them to go figure it out. Don't come and ask me how. I kata, I don't know. I kata, I already gave you the theory. I already gave you the tools. I already gave you evidence that I could possibly give, buku, nota, bagai semua. Now you want me to show you how to do it ke? I kata, I'm going to give you an F for it. For just asking me that question. Terkemut budak tu. And I did. I gave him an F. I gave him an F, but you come back to me and I give you extra credit work. And I'll give you back your grades. So he came back to me and they came in a group and I said, I want you to find the answer to this question. Okay, later how? I don't know. But this is the question. Go find the answer. And they were like, macam tu kan? Kata you have a week. You want your grade or not? So because kan dia tak ada, they don't have the option to cheat their way around. They don't have the option to get mommy to help them. Because mommy came to see me and I kata, you nak hantar anak you sekolah tak nak? Nak belajar tak nak? Kan? So in the end, these students went out and they figured it out. So an entrepreneurial mindset is about figuring it out. Kalau kita keep on feeding them the answer, dia nak belajar.
So I guess when we talk about that, it's all about being creative, si Shirin.
Betul.
I think in the education system tak too much you have to follow this guideline, then there is no buffer in between that. You know, being creative, it will help a lot in terms not only undergraduate lah, it's kids, us at the office, you know, in business. Once you what you call it, how to say, allow someone to be creative, they will have the innovation skill.
Betul.
They will be agile. You know, it's all creative is about like last time when you were told at school to draw someone, then suddenly the face of your mother become green, for example, then of course you actually will get 0 for that because bukan mak kita hijau kan. But now if let's say the face of the drawing green, for example, there must be a meaning, no, because the person being creative. I remember
mak saya hak dia kata. Mak
saya hard, kita tak tahu kan. Back then I remember there's one time that actually I draw at school. I draw, and I thought I'd be creative because I was told to draw we call it the cover of the book, buku kan. And supposed to be mystic, because back then in 90s, you know, there's a lot of story about mystic, right? So I thought that I would draw graveyard and some bone kind, and I'm being creative, nicely being creative, because that's art. But I sent to my teacher, and he said, "What's this? You know, what's this?" And I thought, you know, because I've been creative, you know, when I saw the graveyard, I saw the bone, you know, it's something like to create that mistake. But then they stop you. Then he stopped me and he said that I do not give what he want. From there I realized that, you know, creativity is not what you think as a, you know, as a teacher. It's what we think as the one who draw that, you know, that front page of the book. And come back to the children. Sometimes the way that we think as an adult, because as much as we grow in life, I think both sisters and who's the lady name just now?
Sister Siti.
Sister Siti. Okay. As we grow, because we as an adult, over the years, we have so many things already in our head, and we have become less creative compared to younger, you know, generation. And because as we actually go, as we grow older, we have formed ourselves into, okay, we are looking into this box, this type of box only. And we expect the younger generation to have the same mindset like memang tak jadi lah. So for me, this like talking about them first, to have them to explore them into this creativity, let them actually explore. Of course, they will make mistake. They do make mistake, like we also do make mistake lah kan. That's why
nobody is perfect.
Yeah, nobody is perfect. But as long as they make mistake, that we just what we manage to make sure that actually they do not mix with the wrong friends. Yeah, you know, the people that they actually surrounded with actually will determine what kind of person they are. If the person is gila, but they actually still focus on education, inshallah they will have that. You know, they don't go outside. That's the only thing that actually we can basically observe, not control. Observe the way that actually they communicate with others. But the rest, allow them to make mistake, allow them to actually to explore. I cannot say much because I also do. I don't expect my children to get A. For example, I have a long story if I want to tell, but because in life, I'm pretty sure that they will watch and they say, "Mom, why are you telling my story on Facebook Live?" So maybe some other days I will tell a story how I manage when your kids doesn't follow you, they have their own league to play with. But at the end of the day, we know they're going to be alhamdulillah, they're going to be a human being kan. Macam kata mak kita kan jadi orang kan. That's all we can do. But allow them to explore the world, because the world is for them to explore.
Betul. Siti, Amelia, thank you so much for that. We're all sharing here based on our experience. So Siti, this is one thing that I would just add on to it lah. Masa I dekat, because I understand where we are serving a higher learning institution, kita kena ikut cara institusi tersebut. They will have their own rules and regulations as to what needs to be delivered. You will also have your own KPIs. But what I would recommend, kalau you rajin, of course kita nak go above and beyond, kita nak sampaikan the entrepreneur mindset kepada our students. What we can do is we create a project within our course tu. Kita buat extra credit work, and then kita encourage them to do something that's entrepreneurial. This is what I did to my son actually. All my kids I tak kasi diorang duit pocket money. So they came to me and they kata, can I have a phone? So I said, yes, you can. And a couple of days later, they asked me, when can I have my phone? I don't know. I'm not buying. You are. You want a phone, you go and get your phone. I'm not buying. So because of that, they started to go working lah, apa semua, and then they realised working is tough, penat. Pergi pukul 9, balik pukul 5. Pukul 9, pukul 5. Dia kata, I'm wasting my youth at work. And they started to think, sebab mak tak nak bagi duit ni, lantak kau lah macam nak dapat phone kau, kan? So dia kena fikir sendiri. And then after a while, of course I exposed them to my friends in business. And then one of them was selling cookies for Raya. So bulan Ramadan tu sungguh-sungguh lah dia menjual. But one of my son tu, dia pandai. Dia kasih kawan tu rasa biskut dia. Dia belajar tau. Dia sendiri tak ajar apa-apa Dia hantar biskut kat sekolah. Dia kata, sedap tak? Dia kata, sedap. Bawa sikit, kasih mak rasa. Let your parents rasa. Bagi mak hang rasa, bukan bapak hang. Dia bawa balik, dia kasih mak dia rasa. Mak dia sedap. Kata nak order ke? Satu balang banyak ni. Dia kira dia punya profit kan. Satu balang macam ni, 2 balang macam ni. Tapi kan, kau 5 balang macam ni. So, dia kata, I don't need 5 balang. Tak apa, suruh your mak tong-tong dengan aunties you. Dapat 5 balang. Lepas dapat 5 balang tu, dia jual. The aunties kata sedap. Then you know what my son kata? I'm so glad you like the cookies. Tapi kan, you tak rasa lagi kek dia. Nak rasa tak kek dia? Dia upsell. You know, I was so amazed because dia punya target tu nak dapat phone dia 2,000 lebih. So how was going to do it? So this is something that maybe kan kita as a teacher or a lecturer kan, kita fikir macam mana kita boleh tarik something daripada our students ni. Dia punya privilege dia rasa senang je nak dapat, you know, kan, it's a very entitled society, it's a very privileged society. Macam mana kita ajar dia, what if you don't have this, what will you do next?
What if?
What if? Yes. It's the same thing that's happening right now. If we had thought about what if a pandemic hits us, it keeps us at home for 2 years.
Yes.
But you asked this question before, we would have solved a lot of problems, yeah? So coming back to Sis Nazrin, just before we go, it's about 11:17. I hope Sis nanti kita orang jawab soalan you.
We have a lot of things to talk about when talk about entrepreneur. Sampai besok tak habis ni.
Betul. I like a bit more, just to get back to where we were, Sis Nazrin, kita betul-betul we came up with this program today, this show today, because we really wanted to help our fellow citizens, our fellow brothers and sisters out there, you know, yang tengah stuck ni, yang financially ni je tengah stuck. What would you advise them? What's next? What's next for them? How can I take the first step? You know, and make corrections to the situation that I'm in right now, and not survive, not just survive, but plan for sustainability. Of course, sekarang ni kita survival, so we are planning on survival. But what about from survival? By when do I get out of the survival mode and start into sustainability mode? What should we do?
Okay, there's no one specific answer that fits to everyone. All right, everybody will have a different level of sustainability, kan? Okay, but however, having said this, the one common thing that we need to eliminate is actually debts. All right, debts. We have good debts, we have bad debts, but whatever it is, both are debts. So good debts ni normally will you take a loan, but it will actually give you return, and eventually you can actually settle the loan. The bad debts is ongoing and ongoing and ongoing, never ending, until the moon duduk dekat riba pun may not settle. Okay, and one of the killer which is actually common in our society is the credit card. Okay, like I said, there's no one solution the same for everyone, but paling banyak is actually the credit card. Try and settle your credit card because it's earning a lot of fee-based expenses. Once you are done settling it, spend only when you have the cash. That's where you need to adjust and tweak you punya unnecessary spending, maybe your lifestyle sikit. Yes, it is a bit challenging, a bit painful, but be uncomfortable to be comfortable later on. Be uncomfortable to be comfortable later on. There's no quick fixes, but there is a solution. And I think it's best that we go deeper into this book, because kalau nak cerita, it will be memang tak habis. We have this webinar session coming up, and we can actually go deeper into sessions by sessions and kupaskan, and you will actually see the light. You will get a lot of clarity.
Betul-betul. So actually kita orang ni bukan bukan apa pun, because we were just having conversation. We thought this is really important, and then we thought we're gonna like share. All of us gonna share 2 hours each. The program is full day. So Sis Nazin is gonna start the day by sharing you the basic. We always start with the basic. What are the basic needs that we need to fulfill? So I'm gonna share with you the link sekarang ni. Is in the Facebook, and it's, I think Sis, I will show you the poster in a minute. It will be a full day, and it's going to be a full day working day tau. You bukan, kita tak kasih Ican nak break lah kita nak hang betul-betul get what we need from us, tapi kita put you guys in a pressure cooker, kita betul-betul belajar. And we really get the outcome to why we turn out on that day. So 2 hours is just Nazrin. They have a 1 hour break, but the 1 hour break tu is a working break. You take a break, you don't see us for a while, but you still have to be doing something, an assignment. Habis itu, you gunakan assignment tu to work with Sis Amelia. And Sis Amelia will continue working with you for in the next 2 hours with what you have learned with Sis Nazrin. And then she's going to show you how to execute and strategize. After dia dapat knowledge ni, ilmu dah penuh ni. Okay. Then Sis Amelia will show you how to manage, strategize semua tu. Have another hour break, working break, because you have to produce what is it that you want to achieve. And then you'll come to me, where I will support you in terms of what is going to stop you or make you start. Because a lot of people dah ada plan, dia tak simpan dalam folder dia. Tak gerak pun, dia buang masa datang sesi tu. So the idea is for you to not only get the knowledge and see the way forward, but actually get started.
So basically you have folder in your hand.
Ya, betul. So, kejap ya, I am trying to figure out how to share this with you guys. Mana aku tak poster tadi? I know I have it. Okay. Ampunlah kita orang ni, kita kadang-kadang baru belajar. Jadi apa yang boleh, we are trying to so much support you, and I hope you can see this here. I'm going to share with you Satno. This is a very creative work that we all yang blur-blur dibuatkan. InsyaAllah. So this is basically the poster, it's an intro mindset. You want to share with you the best version of you. I hope you can see this. Nampak ke? I hope tak nampak lah. Sekejap tengok, tak nampak no?
Dah nampak dah.
Kan see.
Nampak? Okay. Yes. So it's going to be on August 21st, 9 to 5 p.m. We'll give you the Zoom link, insyaAllah. That's the link, and it's only RM100 for a full day. Kita orang bukan nak minta sangat-sangat lah, tapi kita kasih lah kita orang pocket money lepas tu it's just RM100
for the commitment.
For the commitment, yes, betul. Thank you, Kasih Samia. It's for the commitment. Kalau if you don't put your money down, you won't show up.
That's a first action that you can take.
The first action that you can take, yes. And Sis Siti Ramadhanatun, ya, kalau you rasa macam you nak get your students on board, do inform us. You know how to connect with me, ya. We'll be more than happy to think of how we can tweak the situation for your students. And for the rest of you, if you feel that there are people who will find value in this, we're more than happy to have that conversation if finances is a challenge. And we really want to support. We really want to get people out of their conundrum or their stickiness or wherever that they are right now. It's just helping them. Orang kata apa? I had a friend kata kalau kita ni masuk kereta, kita lupa nak pasang wiper. Which is wiper penuh dengan all this mark and all this dirt semua. Nak cek wiper tu kita tengah jam, kita tak tahu wiper ni dekat mana. So just come to our session so we can show you the wiper, how to pitch it and so you can wipe. It's a very simple program, but it's just to start you with kick-starting your entrepreneurial mindset, insyaAllah. InsyaAllah, we're so hopeful, and we're coming towards the end of our session. Thank you so much, ya. Wah, banyak juga yang datang hari ni. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Tana, Sis Annie, Kimi. Thank you so much for coming. If I miss your name, jangan marah, no. Fiza, Sahiza, Kak Siti. There's 2 Sitis here. Thank you so much for showing up, and Sis Ramisa for showing up. And I hope we added value to your Sunday morning. And insyaAllah, we'll see you guys again. Any questions?
With other topic that quite interesting.
Apa dia?
Maybe we come back with another topic.
Yes, insyaAllah. We plan to do this on a monthly basis, insyaAllah. We'll just whatever comes up, and we're really hopeful lah. Kita nak sangat inject positivity. Kita nak sangat inject hope, and that there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. And as we said, there's always the right network, there's always the right people, the right support. What we need to do is we have to go and find them. Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here today.
Thank you very much. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Bersabarlah kalau kita orang masih lagi bercakap dekat sini, because I have to figure out how to end this. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ladies.
You're also learning as much as they are learning.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye, and insyaAllah kita jumpa lagi.